Far out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, these coral atolls and shallow lagoons that hardly seem real. This is Kiribati. Most of its land is barely above sea level, so it's become one of the most vulnerable countries to disappearing beneath the waves. Kiribati is a geographical curiosity. It's made up of dozens of coral atolls spread out across a vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. It's the only country in the world spread over all four hemispheres, but far from being considered at the outer edges of the planet, an old legend here talks about it being literally at its center. A powerful heritage drives a strong belief in survival, and to do that, Kiribati has to fortify its shaky foundations. Along a stretch of coastline in Tarawa, the capital of Kiribati, a man works alone under the piercing afternoon sun. For more than a year, he's been building his own sea wall in an effort to keep a handful of homes protected from tidal surges and steep erosion on the beach. Sea level rise is causing a crisis here and across the region. In some parts of the Pacific, it's occurring at 4 times the global average. Sea walls have been haphazardly built all around Tarawa. Many are in a state of disrepair, and expert reports have questioned if they're actually making erosion worse. For years, local resident John has been trying to maintain this rudimentary defence. He's all but given up.
Yes, we are trying our effort to make this wall strong. But when the tide comes and followed by the winds, it will damage again. I have seen a lot of the sea walls being damaged, and houses that are very close to the sea have been washed away. If the storm is very strong, then we are not sure whether our island will be stay long or will be washed away.
A few years ago, the Kiribati government also seemed resigned to the realities of climate change. It was set on a policy of migration with dignity, and it purchased this large piece of coastal land some 2,000 kilometers away in Fiji. It was flagged as a possible future home for the 130,000 citizens of Kiribati. But to date, it remains empty and mostly unused. Instead, the current leadership has pivoted to stay. It wants to diversify the economy, attract tourists to these azure waters, and build climate resilience in a country with severe water shortages, food insecurity, and widespread poverty. Experts say both paths, staying or leaving, should be debated.
The reality is this: we can have both. We can talk about both. There's nothing wrong about staying. There's nothing wrong about leaving. But if you leave, if you want to live, that's why we say, if you want to live, live with dignity. If you want to stay, stay with dignity. I cannot see us living at this time. I'm still trying to adapt, and our work is to say, no, we are not drowning. We will fight this problem. And we are fighting it right here on this land, where we're living right now. We will stop the water coming. But we do not know, maybe in the next 20 or 50 years, our great-grandchildren may say, oh, we can't stay here anymore.
Kiribati has increasingly been drawn into China's orbit. It officially severed ties with Taiwan back in 2019 as it moved to strengthen relations with Beijing. About $160 million in Chinese financial aid arrived in the 2 years following that move. Kiribati needs much more. Its government has said that billions will be needed to keep the country safe. It has an ambitious agenda to physically raise the country, dredge new land from the sea, and build roads above the water. Before any of that happens, there's growing frustration at piecemeal projects and the drip feed of hard-to-access climate financing.
Two things. I always say we need two things, which we don't have. And we need technology and we need funding. Those are the two things that developed countries have. If they have a disaster, they fix it straight away.
Young people now are standing at a crossroad. The draw to go overseas to study or work is strong. The fight for Kiribati will be all-consuming. I spent time with Max Tier, an emerging local climate activist. He's adamant that culture and place are too important to just abandon.
I think that the young people are scared and they're feared for the future and for climate change if it's still happening, because they think it will get worse and worse every year. Some really want to stay here, and some, if they get a chance to go abroad for their future, well, who doesn't want a better future? So I hopefully maybe 90% will go there. I think my culture is my first priority and everything, yeah. Without this culture, we won't be known as in the world. So I'd rather stay here. If it's the end of our culture, so I will be.
It's not just people moving abroad. Tarawa is getting more crowded. As life gets tougher on the outer islands, more strain is being placed on limited urban areas, and with it, other compounding impacts.
Tarawa is overpopulated. A lot of people moving to Tarawa because it's an urban area. They want that bright city lights. Water is the main problem because water now is not safe to drink, not safe to cook, and especially for the women to bath and clean themselves. We're trying to adapt because before, climate change doesn't exist in Kiribati. That's our understanding. But now, we know it's there, and we know there's a great problem affecting us.
For now, Kiribati are doing what they can. Traditional life is changing, but the deep knowledge of survival that has lasted for generations for these indigenous seafarers persists.
People in Kiribati people always, all of them will say this is home for them. So we are keepers of their home. If they go, the children will always come back. If they don't come back, it's their children that will come back. We cannot, we just go for good. And I've known that. Every Kiribati that I speak to, they know they come back. This is home for them. And so while it is home for them, we are here to protect it. We are here to look after it, to honor our people. Yeah, those in the past and those are growing up.